Hey, everybody. Welcome to Banter, the sports podcast, episode 112. This is the brackets. Welcome,
Yes,
Trent,
it
and
is.
welcome, Trey.
How's it going, fellas? One of my favorite episodes of the year.
Mm-hmm.
A majority bracket.
Oh, yeah. It's all right, robot. Kind of cut
Who,
out there.
me?
It's all right. Yeah, you kind of cut out a little bit. You sounded like a
Did
metallic
I?
robot. Yeah, it's
Oh,
all right.
whoopsie.
That's all right. Yeah, awesome time of the year. March Madness has started. Unfortunately, Trent, I'm sorry that your Red Flash could not finish it last night. That was dude. I'm telling you, you want to talk about starting off the first game with the Hail Mary pass? Like this March Madness is going to be insane, and it's going to be insane, and I'm all for it.
It was a great little appetizer, to the next 4 days. That's for sure.
Yes,
it was. Yeah. You know what? It's like, St. Francis will probably be number one on ESPN Top 10 for a bad reason, but they will definitely be shown again. And you know what I say? Any publicity is good publicity. So let's get the transfer portal flowing to Loretto, PA. In case you're unfamiliar, look it up. 0 stoplights in the entire town. But also, let's get some NIL money out there. Come on, you Franciscan Friars. Pass over some of those collection trays,
I was pulling for it, man. I
know.
For it to come down to the way it came down, I was like, oh my gosh,
brutal. But hey, it is with first time in 31 years. Sorry, first time in 34 years, I believe. 1991 was last time they made it. So
awesome!
Wow,
crazy. But yeah, so we got a full slate here for the podcast. We're gonna go through with what we call our majority rules bracket. So obviously with 3 of us, there's 1 picks one team, 2 pick the other. The 2 wins, unless what do we call that, Trey? The challenge.
Yeah, I think we should call it a challenge.
Yeah, I know. I just kind of it was like your thing, so I was like, hey, the challenge.
I was kind of hoping Trey just made up some sort of term for it.
I was actually going to on the spot, but I couldn't.
So yeah, we're gonna go through every single bracket. We'll go through all of our picks. We'll have our own thing. We'll put out that bracket so that everybody can kind of see the Beards bracket. And then what we will also be doing is we're going to draft seeds 11 through 16 to see who gets the most. Do we want to put a little beer wager on that for whoever wins the most of that?
Why not?
Maybe whoever wins, then the other 2 have to buy a 4-pack.
Get them around. Yeah. Either or.
How many do I owe you?
Too many.
I don't know. No more than 6.
16.
No, can't get out of here.
Just keep reloading on Trey. He does pay up. He does pay up.
Yeah,
he does. All right. So, hey, do you guys want to go top to bottom? So we'll go 1 seed, 2 seed, 3 seed, 4 seed, or you just want to go straight down the bracket to see the matchups?
Okay. Can we give some reactions a little bit to the bracket before we get there? Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what order are we going here?
Let's go by regions. We'll go by regions.
Oh, no shit. I know we're going by regions, but I'm saying, do we want to start with the 1 and then go down to the 2, or just go 1, 16, 8, 9? And kind of
1, 16, 8, 9.
Yeah.
All right. All right. That's gonna be easier to follow through. So
yeah.
All right. So the first matchup here that we're gonna look at is we're gonna look up in the left quadrant.
Are we not talking headlines or what here, boys? We got stuff to discuss here.
Sorry, I'm just really excited.
Yeah. Well, first thing, SEC. You made fun of me, Tyler. You searched me live, tried to fact check me live on how many teams were getting in, pretty much. But anyway, 14 teams, and look at that. Oklahoma, who I had as a 10, they're 9. And they've got UConn. So, what's your reaction here to this? What does this do for the SEC? I mean, obviously it's good. It shows you how strong the SEC for the SEC.
No, it's not good for anybody. This is bad for basketball.
Go ahead.
14 seeds from the SEC is bad for basketball because all you're doing here is you're just loading up. If you're the 14th team in your conference, you should not be in the tournament. Previous record was what, 12? What?
I think 12.
Previous record was 12. So, but you're going to put here, you're going to sit there and say 14 teams get in. And obviously, not to what?
I'm sorry. I thought I saw a ghost beside Trey for a second. But anyway.
No. No, but obviously the glaring thing is the fact that North Carolina is, they were the final seed in. I get this, I get that. All right. But however, all right, that being said, there were some teams that did get screwed. I don't want to sit here and say that, okay, North Carolina shouldn't have got in. I think they probably should have snuck in. All right. Could you make the argument that West Virginia or Indiana, I'd even argue too, from an ACC standpoint, SMU. I think SMU kind of took the screws as well as West Virginia and Indiana.
Oh, I mean, it was.
But if you're looking at it, let's take, all right, let's say Carolina's in. All right, take two of those SEC teams out. Take Oklahoma. Take three of them out. Actually, maybe even four. I would have taken Oklahoma out. I'd take Texas out. I would take Vanderbilt out, and I would take Georgia out. Actually, you know what? And I'd probably even take Arkansas out. I guess Georgia in or leave Vanderbilt in, but take Arkansas out. It's absurd. There should have been maybe 9 teams. Go ahead.
Hold on a second, Tyler.
Go ahead.
Have you even brought up the elephant in the room? And we're talking about taking Arkansas and all these schools out.
I did just bring up the elephant in the room. I said,
okay,
I think Carolina would have got in. I think SMU should have gotten in. I think West Virginia should have got in. I think Indiana should have got in. I think there's at least 4 teams out of the SEC that should not have been in this tournament that were just awarded tournament berth simply because they're in the SEC.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that to an extent. I think they hyped up the SEC a lot, and I mean, a lot of their matchups were quad 1 against quad 1. So you're playing interdivision rivalries that you're going to steal a quad 1 win in just based on who you play in the competition. But I mean, when it does come down to it, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Is North Carolina went 1-12 against quad 1 schools. And they were the only ones that got in that had a loss to a quad 3 school. There were 111 bracketologists this year that are like pundits, like John Rothstein and a couple.
Joe Lunardi.
Yeah, I'm sure he's one too. Yeah. But 111 out of 111 had West Virginia in the bracket, and they got left out.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that.
And
but
I think
you hear that's why I think 14 teams from the SEC is bullshit.
Yeah, but Tyler, they did have a on paper a better resume. That's the only thing I'm saying. That's it.
And they did beat up, even at the top, they beat up on each other. But how much do you take into it of potential, like, is there some overrating going on with the SEC teams? Even the top dogs, like don't get me wrong, I feel like they used to do this with the Big 12 all the time. They tried to do it with the Big 10, and then you just realize they don't ever win the big one, typically. But I don't know. I mean, I'm torn because I do believe, and it's showing because I know we're recording as UNC is absolutely murdering San Diego State, but it's showing like in my opinion right now, as I look at this and say, see, San Diego State didn't deserve to be in there. Like, why the hell are they in there? This is ACC talent versus a top tier Mountain West. Mountain West ain't shit compared to the ACC. But I guess it was the most unsettling thing is the optics of your AD being the board chair. Like,
I disagree with that, dude.
And now
I disagree with that at all.
So here was my is it called like an epiphany? Is that the thing? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, last night, having my dog out to go to the bathroom before bed, I'm sitting there thinking about it all as we're getting ready for, just thinking about the podcast. And do you not think that there was some sort of, so we know there was an incentive. Carolina making it, he gets a 6-figure bonus.
For sure.
Okay. So that's the incentive. But my other thought is I think he's going to be gone out of that spot. Okay. Next year. But what he did was he willingly said, yeah, I'll go through with this because, hey, what are you going to do? Fire me, right? I'm still the AD at Carolina. Did the committee, did the NCAA just use him as their fall guy to make sure that they can expand the tournament next year? That's my question.
It's not
Because
a bad argument. I
when
get
you
it.
look at it, Indiana should be in. West Virginia, or I shouldn't say should, could. West Virginia could be in. I look at a Boise State, they could be in. Ohio State could be in. Right there's an additional 4 teams. All of them have better quad one records in North Carolina. Indiana's 4-13, West Virginia's 6-10, Ohio State is 6-11. And I guess my bone to pick with, okay, well, quad one wins, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this year it's not a big deal. Last year, when one of our favorite teams, Indiana State, to watch, they had a great net rating, higher than what Carolina is right now, net rating. And what did they say? Didn't have enough quad one wins.
Mm-hmm.
They had more than one. So it's like, so once again, it's like, oh, what are you using? Like, where's the consistency? So that way these teams are, how do I say, they're able to make sure that they address what the committee looks for.
Well, and didn't they say it changed though this year too? Certain things were more qualified this year than last year.
And that's the discrepancy. That's my thought of how, once again, it's how they keep their hands in the cookie jar, right? It's how they still can control and put money in their own pockets.
Right.
More SEC schools, more money for ESPN, more, with Carolina getting in, which I'm not mad about Carolina getting in. I'm not, because once again, it helps the ACC. And as an ACC rep, like, that helps me in my job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I'm just saying, a little shady. But I will say the team that even I would question more getting in is Xavier.
Yeah.
I think they're good enough. Fremantle's good enough. But once again, resume-wise, Carolina has a better resume, even with quad ones.
Trey, what were you going to say?
It is funny talking about this and looking at what UNC's doing, but I've heard a lot of people say, and I think it's a good point, that like, even if UNC goes to the Final Four, it doesn't take away from the fact that they shouldn't have made the tournament. I'm not trying to pick a fight. I'm just saying in general, like, once you get in, it doesn't matter what happens. Like, you're in the tournament, anything can happen.
Yep.
So like, just having the chance in general is what I think most people are upset about. West Virginia could have lost in a playing game, but like, who knows? Like, and then people are like, see, we told you, and look at North Carolina. But I don't think that's necessarily true or fair. I think your regular season is a resume to have the opportunity to play in the tournament, not they could do this, they could do that if they just had the chance. So I don't know. UNC is they're up by 30 points almost, and they're up by 19, I think, in the first 3 minutes. But like I said, they had the chance. So now it doesn't matter. Like, they're in the tournament, and they have to win 6 games.
And right. And I think, you say about regular season stuff. I mean, Carolina, I believe, was 22-13 when it was all said and done, after the tournament and everything else. Texas, before their SEC tournament, was 17-14. They're in. Oklahoma, 19-12. Arkansas, 19-12. Like,
it's,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and I know you're not looking at it, but
bigger wins. Man.
But what I'm saying is, that's like you all said too. Oh, is it quad one? Is it this? Is it your division?
Tyler, they went. UNC went 1-12 against quad one schools. You just told me they had 13 losses. The other school they lost to was a quad 3 school, so they lost to every good school they played to and a really bad school.
Okay,
that's the thing,
and that's fine. But I also think that if that Duke game,
3 of their losses were to Duke.
If that Duke game doesn't, and they blew them out one time, right? The very first game was a complete blowout, right?
2 double-digit wins and then a close one without Cooper. Yeah, right.
But I think if that last game, if it ends up being the blowout that it was at 26 points at one point, I think there's no way in hell that they even, toy with the argument that Carolina even touches the tournament.
Yeah.
But the fact that it came down to, a really shitty decision, by college athlete to step in the lane ahead of time, like that sucks.
To close this out, and we get into our bracket. In the end, pick the blue blood to get in. It's better for the bracket.
For sure. That's the other thing.
I don't think you agree with that, Trent.
I do. In this
No,
one, I do. For Carolina, I do. The bracket's better. Bracket's better with Carolina in there. Bracket's better with Kentucky? Kansas. Bracket's better with Kentucky in it too. It's all better. You need those schools in there.
But I disagree. I think you need more dark horses and mid majors that.
Trey, I get, and don't get me wrong. I love the stories, love the shock, love the upsets. But in the end, when it comes down to a Final Four or when it gets down to a couple teams, Elite Eight, you want to see some big Goliath matchups. So
okay, so then here you go. We'll get to the bracket after this. I don't want the bracket to expand. I think that's going to flood it with mediocre teams. I think it's going to draw it out and just make it not as coveted. So what they should do is no automatic qualifiers should play in a playing game. Anyone that wins their conference should not play in a playing game.
Totally agree with that.
And then the first 4 games or the 8 at larges, like all these teams that we're talking about. Imagine those matchups in the first to open up the tournament. Those are Goliath names, some of them.
Yep.
I mean, there's Goliath names in the UNC, Texas, Xavier.
I totally put the term Goliath in Trey's head. He's used it 5 times.
But you know what I'm saying though is no one wants to open up the tournament.
Trey's looking at the matchup with Lipscomb and talking about Goliath.
Oh my god! Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. Yep. Go ahead.
Lipscomb Goliath.
No.
All right, here we go. Let's get in the bracket. Here we go. The bearded Baker bracket.
All right, so we're starting in the South region.
Do you guys still do paper, or are you all digital?
I got notes.
Yeah, I wish you would actually printed our version, but that's fine.
Is there a PDF available?
Yeah, it's out there on Twitter or on X.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I will print that. Sorry.
Also with the QR merch.
Sorry, grab this off the printer day. Go ahead.
All right, so South Quadrant, upper left, we got the matchup of Auburn and Alabama State. Unanimous?
Yes,
Auburn.
Which, by the way, I will say that I do not think that they should have been the number 1 overall.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
another thing we can talk about is these seedings are pretty wacky.
Some are very bad. Listen,
like the next one.
Listen, here's what you got to understand is what really made the difference though. For like, are you guys saying that Duke should have been the number 1 overall?
Denver, Florida.
Because
I think Duke.
Because I think the team that got the worst end of it was Florida.
I agree. I think Florida's in a shitty bracket.
Well,
I think they might be the best team right now.
Not just that, the region too. Like they got to go out with like Duke, even though they're not the number 1 overall, playing in the East is favorable. Their first 2 games are in Raleigh, North Carolina, but tough round 2 matchup for them. But here we go. Let's go. Next one.
Quick side note: Chattanooga
covered. Good.
Yep. All right. Next we got 8-9 matchup: Louisville, Creighton.
Louisville.
I got Creighton.
I'm on Louisville.
Yeah. Rain, what is it? Rain Miller's back. Shooter is back. Terrific guard play. I don't even have to challenge this or anything. I'm just stepping on your throat right now. Okay.
I'm just saying Kalkbrenner is a stud.
Lexington.
Ashworth.
And let's be honest, Louisville should have been a 4 seed at the lowest. Maybe a 3 seed.
Yeah. They were like
to give them an 8 is bullshit.
They're ranked in AP and then USA Today poll. They're like 10th or 11th. Yeah. And they gave them an 8
seed. Yep.
That's bullshit, man.
Yep. All right, another
challenge.
Another wacky one here. We got number 5 Michigan versus number 12 UC San Diego, and I say it's wacky because I think Michigan should have been higher than a 5 seed.
Yes.
Wow.
That being said,
They won the Big Ten.
yeah, exactly. They won the Big Ten and get a 5 seed. It's like, wow.
And I'm just gonna put it out there. They totally had their seed already set in stone before that game.
Yeah. And that's what I said about Auburn. Auburn overall number 1, I think, was already set. They lost 3 of the last 4.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, Michigan, UC San Diego. I know I'm probably gonna be the outlier here, but I'm going UC San Diego, the Tritons. 12-5.
I'm going Michigan.
I got Michigan.
I think this is a popular upset pick because
Recency
of how
bias.
good UC San Diego is, but I think that's a bad matchup for them, to be honest with you.
Why do you say that?
Because I think. Okay.
Go ahead, Trey. No, go ahead. I want you to hear. I have a great reason too. Go ahead.
Well, I just think the 2 7-footers. I think UC San Diego likes to grind it, and I think they're actually sorry. And that they can't really do that with 2 7-footers. And honestly, I think what's his name, Wolf, might be one of the better players in the tournament. He's so fundamentally sound and just fun to watch too. From Yale.
Yes. Yeah. Watch out. Little storyline right there in the second round, depending on what you got.
Yeah.
I have Michigan too. I'm pretty sure isn't like the front court for UC San Diego like at biggest like 6'6", maybe 6'7". So you've got Vlad Golden and Wolf in there, and I think Michigan's weakness is their guards are inconsistent, which is why I don't necessarily see him win at all, but I do see him winning this game.
How many challenges do we get?
This to me is like McNeese State
3
last
total.
year.
Yep, 3 total. 15-game win streak.
And what, the Big West?
Top cover team.
First year eligible to make the tournament.
I think Michigan, like Trent had said a couple weeks ago, was a bunch of frauds. But I'm not going to challenge it. All right.
And we each get 3?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Total. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
All
That hurt Tyler. Tyler's hurting right now. I can tell.
I am because that's yeah.
On to the next.
I mean, besides the last pick of the year there.
Hold on real quick, guys. The spread is 2.5.
I know. That's crazy.
Whoa. What do they know? Tyler? No.
That's too much.
If you're gonna take the spread, dude, totally take San Diego.
No.
I'm taking Michigan money line.
I'm taking Michigan. I'll take Michigan minus 2.5. They're gonna win by 12 points. I'm telling you, it's a trap. That's a trap.
Beer bet the 12. Ty, beer bet the 12. Beer bet the 12, Ty.
No.
12.
See, that's
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So he's giving you 12 points. He's giving you 12
I'm not
points.
betting him. I'm not
all right,
then.
Hey, give me 8 then.
No. Well, okay. I'll take 2.5.
7.5.
No. I'll take what the spread is.
7.
Trey,
7.
you are
the next matchup.
Yeah, you're pulling the Houdini. You're calling calling the kettle black. Is that the same?
Give me 3.5.
70. Give me 4.5.
3.5.
Ooh. Go 4 for a push.
4. All right, I'll go 4.
All right, 4.
UCSD,
78.1% cover on the season. 25-7 against the spread.
Ooh, baby. All right, next one.
All over the Tritons with that. All right, so Michigan's the winner there. Trey and I have a beer bet at +4.
Write that down.
Actually,
I will.
Okay. Put it on your board back there.
Okay.
All right. Next, we got Texas A&M and Yale. A 4 versus a 13 matchup here. I hate this matchup.
I actually like it.
Okay. So I'll start us off. I'm going Yale. I think Yale can shoot. Yale's going to do it again. I believe last time. Who'd they knock out last time? Was it Auburn? They knocked out Auburn first round 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago, maybe it was.
Yeah,
It was Auburn. I'm confident. My big thing here is Wade Taylor, too streaky for me. Best player, best scorer for A&M. I could tell you I probably watched A&M's last 5 games between regular season and conference tournament, and that dude gets his points at the free throw line. So as long as Yale can play clean basketball, they can hit the threes and score with them. And I got Yale. I got Yale winning this. Go Bulldogs.
Yeah. Tyler?
I'm on A&M, but I can be convinced to pick Yale because I haven't been sold on A&M all season.
Yeah, I actually went Yale too. I think just watching Yale and their against Cornell in that conference championship on Sunday. The Ivy League championship on Sunday. It was actually impressive just to see how well-rounded they were. They had role players, almost you don't really see that anymore in college basketball. I guess they just seem fundamentally sound. Paul Kaitis, I think his name is, can get hot and not miss. And same with I think Townsend, one of their other players. So I just think A&M. Tyler, you said Michigan. I think Michigan and A&M. Not Michigan, but definitely A&M. I think they're some of the biggest frauds for sure.
Yeah, A&M for sure. All right, let's move to the next one here. We got 6-11 Ole Miss versus. We're gonna say UNC.
Yeah.
All right. I'll start this one off. I think UNC is going to play with a vengeance, and I think they will beat Ole Miss.
I'll second that.
And don't get me wrong, it's tough because I like Beard.
Yeah.
At Ole Miss, but I just think that UNC is they're gonna take this momentum right here that they're playing with currently right now, up by 32 points with 10 minutes to go, and I think they're just gonna literally squat down, pull their butt apart, and just shit on everybody.
Get the Eagle on.
I don't know. I think that's tough. I have Ole Miss advancing pretty decent too.
Yeah, guess who has UC San Diego advancing pretty decently.
Yeah, it's just for me, like you said, Tyler. I think Chris Beard. I think it's a team that reminds me of teams he had at Ole Miss or Texas Tech.
Trey, do you want to save this as a challenge? Are you challenging right now? I would save your best reasons.
I would also be careful because you're not going to convince me.
I know I feel like it's a lost cause.
The only one you're going to convince it.
Okay, I'm not going to challenge. I just want to give my reasons why I think Ole Miss is actually going to make a little run.
Yeah,
I think Chris Beard has
I do want to make up some moves here though too because we do have a lot of games to pick.
I know, but Chris Beard has a similar makeup to when he had success at Texas Tech. Mm-hmm. Ole Miss, I think, is at fault with playing Florida and Auburn 5 total times, and 3 of those games are away. So, I don't know. I'll let you guys have this one.
It's a good argument, but you could also make the argument that UNC lost to Duke 3 times, like Trent pointed out earlier,
and every other good team they played.
Just saying. I'm still on UNC.
All right, that's fine. I wasn't challenging. I said that.
No. All right, let's look at the next one here. We got Iowa State and Lipscomb.
I know the popular thing I think is going to take the upset here because of the injury, but I'm taking Iowa State to win a game.
I took the upset because of the injury. And
I'm on Iowa State. I'm on tiny sleeves.
Yep. Tight shirt, tiny sleeves, gets one win.
Yes, agreed.
Next.
Crazy.
Moving on. All right. Yeah. Marquette and New Mexico.
Marquette sucked to end this season, to say that kindly.
And they do suck, period.
Yeah, but I think this is a good matchup for them. I do. I think that they're going to kind of bounce back. And I like Marquette. I don't know what the spread is.
Doesn't matter.
3.5. It's 3.5. It looks like who was that making verbal disagreements with me?
Tyler.
Let's do another one, Tyler.
What do you got here?
3.5. So give me
here's the
1.5.
thing. Here's the thing. You don't get to make the line for both the beer bets.
That's
So
that's the actual line.
I know. So it's my turn now. I want them at
Tyler,
5.5.
You made the line was 2.5 for Michigan. You got it at 4. What do you?
And you said they'd win by 12.
Tyler,
12.
oh my goodness, that's a no. Then you know what?
Skip this one. But I'm going on I'm at the Lobos Patino.
That's crazy.
Guys, I have Marquette.
Good.
I have Marquette. Hate
good?
Shaka in March, but he's gotta break the Schneid. Schneid. God damn it! I knew it after I said it. I just look at it once again. I just think they're better than how they finished the year. Very similar to what Trey is saying. I really struggle sometimes looking at some of these teams that. I mean, okay, they're Schneid that they went on. 2 of their losses of their 3 were to St. John's. So it's like, I don't know. And then the other one was to UConn. So once again, I think Marquette is a good team. They've been in the top 10 for how long throughout the year until the very end of the year. So once again, this is a team that I thought should have been dropped to that at least the 8 seed and let Louisville at the very least get that 7 spot. But I don't know. I think I like this matchup for.
You think a stumbling Marquette is going to be good in the tournament against the tough number 10 seed in New Mexico Lobos, coached by a Patino?
I do. Yes. I do. I'm not very sold on I mean, don't get me wrong. I think New Mexico's good for their league, but I don't think they're good enough to knock off Marquette.
I think, yeah.
Transfer portal hurt them.
New Mexico and Colorado State are the best out of the Mountain West. And one of the teams that I remember watching recently was New Mexico and San Diego State. And New Mexico really controlled the pace of that game. And I think if they can control the pace of the game, I think Shaka Smart and Marquette don't know what to do. And I think that Marquette is a first round out. So,
no challenge.
Yeah, that is my challenge.
It is your challenge?
Yeah. I don't think Shaka Smart can't win when he's a 7th seed playing a team that's just as equal, maybe if not better than him. I don't think that he wins. I guess this is an easy upset.
What day do they play?
21st, so Friday at 7:25.
Friday at 7:25. This is tough because I'm not gonna lie. Like, part of me when I looked at this, I was like, when I looked at my own pick, I was like, damn, like Trent, you did that? Ooh. My statistics. I'm convinced on this one. Give me New Mexico.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll let you have it, Tyler.
Yeah, right, give it to me. I mean, I'm looking, points per game, offensive rating, top 30 in the country. And then what really surprised me was defensive rating. I did not realize New Mexico, even though they give up about 70 points a game, they're top 15. They're 12 overall in the nation in defensive rating. So go Lobos.
Let's do it.
Or Vamos Lobos.
Might be the first time I ever won a challenge.
Might be any of us. I don't know if any of us ever win a damn challenge, but good job, Ty. Good job.
Thanks. All right, next we got Michigan State and Bryant. Unanimous?
Yeah.
Easy.
I think we're unanimous for the next 2.
Yep. Florida, Norfolk.
Yep. What?
Just you guys, it's just funny to hear you guys say it. Norfolk.
Yeah, what did you say?
Norfolk.
Nope. No, it's
remember. Great. Come on.
He doesn't remember.
We discussed this with our
Virginia friends.
Virginia, Maryland, like they even said it's you don't pronounce the L. Norfolk.
Yeah,
no, you don't say no.
No, you do. No folk.
Norfolk. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Let's move on.
All right.
Florida.
Yeah, Florida over Norfolk State. Next, we got 8, 9. Sorry, we are in the West region now. Jumping down the left-hand side in the bottom left quadrant. Next, we got Yukon and Oklahoma. Whew.
I'm going Yukon. I think Hurley's going to want to at least one game in this tournament, not go out like a dog with his tail between his legs.
Yeah.
And I don't like Oklahoma. I think, Tyler, you mentioned one of the weaker SEC schools that got a bid, and I agree with that. Especially at a 9 seed. That's crazy.
I'm on Yukon too.
Yeah. Main reason I'm on Yukon is I believe McNeely, who is going to test the NBA waters, no doubt. But William McNeely and what's his name? What's the Caravan? Caravan's going to get them. I mean, they're not a bad team.
No,
they're not a bad team. They're just not as good defensively this year. But Liam McNeely, Alex Caravan, solo ball, and then Hassan Diarra. But it's hard to contain.
Lowry.
Sorry. But yeah, I got UConn.
All right, so we got UConn. Next, we got another 5-12 here. We got Memphis and Colorado State.
Yeah. So, I don't understand. This is another wacky seeding. Because how do you have San Diego State and New Mexico ranked higher than you, and you just won the tournament against not even against one of those teams either? So it doesn't make sense to me. Nick Clifford looks like he could be a storyline in the tournament, like one of those types of players. And Colorado State as a 12 seed is favored over Memphis by 1.5 points. So that's wild. So I think that's true though. I think it's right. So I'm going to go with the Rams, right?
Ramming through the first round as well here.
Also on the Rams.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be a tough team. They
Trey
remind me. Can you
gets Rams?
Oh, you rascals.
Anyway. Hey, real quick, do you guys, who was the guy that played for Colorado State a couple years ago? He was a shooter.
Nah, he's a heavy guy. Remember the big guy? Remember the big post player?
He's really good.
Real big wide body.
But he was like 6'8", 6'9". Like he wasn't real tall.
He was 6'6".
Okay, I knew he wasn't that tall.
Yeah,
but yeah,
he was good.
Do you remember his name? All right,
he could like handle the ball too.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Good shot.
I'll look his name up then. But
they also They also have Morton, I believe it is, from Purdue on their team, who does have national championship experience. So he also has the other experience of losing to a 16 seed. But yeah, solid player, role player. Clifford's the best.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, Steve and Kev, for putting that guy more on our radar towards the end of the year.
It's honestly because of them is the only reason.
For sure.
He's on my radar for sure.
It's easy to get hooked on your own teams that you track, and it's good to hear what other people are seeing, and that really helped. David
Roddy.
That's right.
Yep, that was Roddy. Yep, Roddy.
Yep, David.
It's weird. Ram Roddy.
Wow.
He plays for the Rockets right now.
There you go.
Yep. So
all right, next one. All right, cool. This is a good one too.
Maryland Grand Canyon.
I'm taking the Crab 5. Got Maryland.
I like that. Yeah, I'm on. Go ahead, Trey.
Yeah, go ahead, Tyler. You got it.
I don't know. I'm on Maryland too. They showed me enough towards the end of the season. There was a couple times early on, streaky here and there, but Maryland kind of came on at the end. The one game, man, I think they put up close to 100, and that was kind of the game that I was like, all right, I believe. But Grand Canyon, I think this would be another popular upset pick too for Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon's been tough all season, but yeah, I'm going with the Terps.
Yeah, I also went with Maryland. I think this is a bad draw for Grand Canyon because they could have been a team that I think caused a stir and did go on like a 1 or 2 game win streak. So, but their quality wins just aren't there. Like they lost to Georgia by 6 points, and there's no way you're going to compete with Maryland if you can't beat Georgia. So,
All right, 6-11 matchup. We got Missouri and Drake. Trey, why don't you start us off? Because I have a feeling I know where you're going.
Yeah, I took Drake. I think they're like a very slow paced team. They like to play their style, and I think that they're good at doing it. And I don't know. I know Missouri. It was actually really hard for me to pick Drake over Missouri. But yeah, I'm just going with them. I think that they're as good as advertised. And who's their player that's really good? Oh man, Sturts. Bennett Sturts. Yeah. Averages almost 20 points a game, and he can rebound and facilitate too. So look out for him, I think, to be also a storyline in the tournament.
Trent, you want to go?
Yeah, actually, kind of spot on. I'm on Drake mainly because of their ability to control the pace. I forget the statistic on what they've held their past so many opponents to, but I think teams that slow the game down and defend well have a better chance of controlling the pace overall. It is a night and day, though, because on the offensive side, man, Missouri can score. They're like top, 85 points a game. So definitely going to have their hands full, but Missouri not at home is a completely different team, in my opinion, than neutral site. So,
agreed. I am on Missouri, but this was kind of a toss-up one for me. I think Missouri is kind of like the same boat that Marquette is, where they're like stumbling into the tournament. Had a couple bad, losses there towards the end. I think Drake's a tough 11. I think Drake could have probably been ranked 9th, like at least a 9th seed in this. So I think this is a tough matchup for Missouri. Love Dennis Gates. Would love to see Missouri do well. They're in a pretty crappy part of this bracket, but I'm on Missouri, but I think majority rules we go Drake.
I like it.
All right, next we got a. I guess it'll be an interesting matchup here. I think it's pretty easy, but I think it will be an interesting matchup. We have Texas Tech and then UNC Wilmington. I say interesting just because I feel like Trent, you made UNC Wilmington your pick a lot this year, so I've watched a lot of their games. So it is just kind of neat to see. I like when teams that we bet on a lot, that we watch a lot, do get into the tournament. So this is one of those teams, but I think the Red Raiders are just going to be too much here. So I'm on Texas Tech. Yeah,
I am as well. One of the best players in the tournament, Toppin, added a 3-point. So hey, just a fun fact. I mean, when I said earlier about New Mexico getting hurt by the transfer portal, right there's a New Mexico guy, I believe. So Toppin is good, NBA caliber talent.
Yeah. I think you got to make someone other than Toppin beat you. I think Wilmington has the capability to do that, and I think he's just that good. So I got Texas Tech.
If we're gonna make somebody else beat you, might as well make it bottom.
Not the Toppin.
Oh.
All right,
Tyler's usually a bottom.
Full circle. All right, next matchup we got is number 7 Kansas and number 7 Kansas and number 10 Arkansas.
Well, what a matchup here. Love it. Bill Self and Rick, one of them is out in the first round. Cracks me up. Because I here's what I went with. Okay. My reasoning for it is I went Calipari and the Razorbacks to win this game. They're getting booked
because of injuries.
Boogie Flan's back. What is it? Thero. That's the tough one. If he can't go, then it's going to be very difficult.
I don't think he is going.
Yeah, so I'm still going Razorbacks. I just think Kansas kind of hit their. I think they're stale. I just think they're stale. They've had the same.
I said that.
Point guard Dickinson needs to go. Adams is a great role player, but his best game of his career was against Duke this year, where he made like 10 jumpers, which he never has made that many in his entire life. So it's like I've got Arkansas. I think something's up with Bill Self in Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. That's just a really boring picture.
So,
no, I'm just
sorry,
kidding.
sorry, we're bored. Hey, we're gonna jump on him this week, guys. No, okay.
You're trying. I think you're spot on. I said that. I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but I think that Kansas looks like the Lakers when they tried to build that really good team and they just were awful. Even though they have the names and the players, they just can't produce. And it might be them being stale or whatever, but they just cannot. They don't look like a good basketball team. I think Calipari can still get his guys up for the occasion. Also, I think this bottom half of the bracket, as long as Omaha doesn't screw anything up on, was it Thursday? Yeah. It's going to be an awesome coaching matchup no matter what happens. I would love to see Calipari and Patino because of their history. And I think that's what's going to happen. But I do have the Razorbacks, even without the Arrow.
I picked Kansas here. I'm not going to fight this one, but I just feel like Calipari also loves early exits as of recently. So to go against the Kansas team, preseason number 1, I know there's some, staleness and injuries and this, that, and the other thing. I don't know. But I'm fine with Kansas. I'm fine with Arkansas, but I think Kansas does win this personally. Okay, and then next we got St. John's and Oklahoma. Sorry, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
St. John's and Omaha, 2-15 matchup.
Clean sweep.
I think we
Clean
can move
sweep
from this.
Let's do it. Okay. We're in the top. Now we're moving up to the top right quadrant here for the East. First matchup here, we got Duke versus whoever wins tonight, American or Mount St. Mary's. I think this is pretty easy. Duke?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Duke.
You sure?
Yeah.
Next, we got the 8-9 of Mississippi State and Baylor. Can I start this one?
Yeah.
I am on Mississippi State here. This is going to be the team that I am going to kind of make my Northwestern State, where we've talked about how many times it's throughout the year. We're like, I don't understand Mississippi State, but anytime I bet against them, they win or they cover. So I'm going Mississippi State. I think Baylor's overrated at a 9 seed here, but I'm going Mississippi State.
Trent?
I have Baylor. I got Baylor winning. I just think Baylor's roster is more talented. They are getting is it Langston Love? I want to say he's coming back for Baylor. So he's coming back. They're going to have Jeremy Roach. He's healthy right now. It's a healthy team.
So you're going to have Roach against Duke.
Yeah, I really do. And it's just either Roach gets the last laugh or Duke ends his college career. So I got that one.
I actually got Mississippi State in this. I just don't like Baylor. I don't think they're like a reliable team. Mississippi State, I like Josh Hubbard a lot. I just think this is honestly a toss-up game. What is the spread on this? Anyone know?
It was one and a half back.
So really, I don't think you can go wrong. I think it just depends on which team's hotter that day in that game. Might even just shows the last couple of possessions, but I ended up going with Mississippi State.
Any argument, Trent?
No, I'll let you guys have that one because I think it's a very. Mississippi State's good with what do we say, Hubbard?
Yeah,
he's a baller, so that's going to be a tough one for Duke.
First game for us on Friday is Mississippi State Baylor, and we're together for our Friday watch party.
All right,
we could make, since if we're going Mississippi State here, we could make Baylor the race to 10.
Let's keep that in our mind.
Just something to keep in mind, especially if the spread's that close. All right, next we got Oregon, number 5 against number 12 Liberty.
I'll just go first. I got Oregon. Their coach is really good in the tournament. This is a little bit for me, watching literally. I feel like it might have even started like repeating on CBS or on ESPN, where I just keep watching the bracketology shows over and over and over again. But Dana Altman, correct, head coach, Oregon. I do believe he has success in the tournament. Like, he makes runs when nobody expects them to make runs. They're under the radar. This is probably one of his higher seeds he's had in a long time. I feel like they've been a 10 or 11 or even a 7 maybe. But he's a seasoned vet in the coaching world of how to prep guys for tournament games. So I got Oregon.
Okay. I'm on Oregon too.
Yeah, I don't think Liberty deserves to be a 12 seed. I don't think they play enough competition. Oregon is top 40 in offensive and defensive efficiency, I believe. So tough to do, I think, be that well rounded on either side of the ball. So, and like Trent said, they got a great coach. I'll make sure they're prepared. So I like the Ducks.
Yep. One more. Let's go. Next, we got number 4, Arizona versus number 13, Akron. I'm on Arizona. Arizona's tough, period.
Yeah. Caleb Love, if he's playing smart basketball, they're a really good team. When he's not, and I'm literally singling him out. But Arizona.
Yeah, I think you're right, Trent. I think when he tries to be the guy, doesn't go well. And I don't think he'll have to do that against Akron. I think he can just play team ball, and I like Arizona.
Okay. Moving right along here, we got a 6 versus 11. We got number 6 BYU versus number 11 VCU. And I'll be honest with you, I think this sucks for VCU because I think VCU is a tough team, but I think BYU is a dangerous team right now in the tournament. So I'm going BYU.
Same. Richie Saunders, baby.
I was just gonna say he's the guy. He watch out. Little Jimmer in him.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
All right.
Doesn't move though.
Just soak in there. Let that one soak in. I don't know.
All right. Next we got number 3 Wisconsin versus number 14 Montana.
Hold on. I'm not gonna lie. I was actually I had my stats ready to go on BYU because I totally thought I was gonna have to challenge you guys. I did not see both of you having that. Wow.
I like BYU.
BYU, me too. BYU's dangerous right now.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. All right.
Wisconsin, Montana, 3 versus 14.
Wisconsin.
The Badgers.
Wisconsin as well.
But hey, real quick, and I'd love to just be able to shoot the shit about spreads with you guys at some point. Not on air, maybe, but off air. Like, the spread for that game is 17.5. Like, do you think Montana's good enough to cover that against them? Like, that's huge. That's a huge spread for Montana. I think Montana's not that bad.
Where you could get them to cover that spread is that if there's not enough points scored. You know what I mean? Like, if Wisconsin scores 63 points, I could see Montana easily covering that.
Yeah,
that's my feeling.
I would like to take Montana, hopefully +9 in the first half. Because I think that's a game where Montana can hang tough for a little bit. Wisconsin might need to get their feet under them. And then the second half, they just kind of run away with it.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'll tell you one thing about that game. It actually, Tyler, a good betting point. 1:30 p.m. on Thursday in Denver. So Wisconsin just played 4 straight games in the Big Ten championship. Pretty tough matchups too. And then they played the Thursday game. I think the second game that day in Colorado, changing time zone. So just something to keep in mind out.
Yeah.
Playing Montana too.
Keep in mind out.
You know what I meant. Yeah. All right, Snide.
That's not me. That's Trent.
No, I know he's over there laughing.
Number 7 St. Mary's versus number 10 Vanderbilt.
Man.
I'm on St. Mary's.
Yeah. Me too. I like Augustus Gloop. Back to back West Coast Conference Player of the Year. No one talks about him.
St. Mary's, big letdown. Vanderbilt wins this one.
Oh,
Former JMU coach. former JMU coach who made a run last year, I believe, to the Sweet 16. I'm on Vanderbilt because I want to see Vanderbilt, Alabama next round. Look, couple. This is the first time in a long time you're going to see same conference teams potentially playing. You got Florida potentially playing Oklahoma, and you got Alabama potentially playing Vanderbilt. I believe Vanderbilt is under the radar.
I thought they were, and they let me down a lot.
Yeah.
Me too.
So
So hold on. Are you gonna fight for this, Trent?
sure, I'll challenge it. But what were you going to add, Ty?
No, I was just gonna say that I could see this being a game where Vanderbilt wins the first half and then lets it slip away because I feel like that's what happens a lot in Vanderbilt games.
Okay. I mean, my biggest thing in March is you have to be able to score the basketball. Like, and once again, I know I've said earlier where I sometimes feel like defensive-minded teams can really control the play pace. And yes, but I look at teams like Virginia in the past. I look at teams like Tennessee in the past and present, and they are outstanding and physical as hell, all defensively, right? I look at St. Mary's Conference. What do you got? You got one team that gives you a game, Gonzaga, and you know what? They beat you in the biggest game of the year. Now, in my opinion, the season sweep doesn't mean shit. It's the conference tournament that means the most, and they lost it. They choked it away, and Gonzaga had a no sweater in that championship game. You got a team that's top 50 in points scored per game at 79.6, and you got a team that's just breaking top 200 at 191st that averages about 73 and a half a game. Vanderbilt wins this game. St. Mary's lets you all down.
Wow.
All right, I'm convinced. Give me Vandy.
Come on, Trey. You were a Vandy guy too.
I don't think I can do it because I want to look up something quick because I think.
Hey, don't look it up, Trey. Just beer bet me right now.
But it's already 2-1 though, Trey.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
So you guys can have it, but I think that like St. Mary's is a very good 3-point shooting team. I don't think you have to be able to score the ball because if you can just pound layups all day, that's not going to win you games. I think you have to be able to control the pace, play defense, and shoot the ball well. But I don't. Yeah, Tyler already gave in, so I like the Gales. Yeah, it sucks for me, I guess. I wish I could challenge your challenge, but I'm not going to.
All right, so real quick, we just had to take a quick second here. Kev, Buffalo Trace. All right, and
right.
ooh, what's this here? Oh, just a Bearded Baker Banter shot glass. With Buffalo Trace in it to celebrate the Tar Heel victory.
Oh my gosh!
All right. Whoo!
I can't believe
Put it
that.
on your chest.
That made a lot of people really mad. Not that. I mean,
by
the
28 points.
Yeah.
Dude, they shut up any hater. Like, you can't hate right now. Like, you just shit on San Diego State. There's no, from start to finish, it wasn't even like a debate. But all right, let's keep rolling, boys.
All right, Alabama, Robert Morris, second round. Like the other rounds are going to go a little bit quicker.
Clean sweep.
Alabama, Trey.
Yeah, Alabama.
No Grant Nelson, round one potentially, just to put it on the radar.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it matters.
Right. Houston Sensui.
Houston.
They do not have a cop.
Gonzaga, Georgia.
Ooh.
I know this is tough.
I'm
Gonzaga,
going. Oops, sorry. Go ahead, Trent.
Yeah, go ahead, Trent.
I got Gonzaga. They got a little streak going on. Don't get me wrong. They're not Gonzaga pass, but once again, Mark Few can get his teams at least to the Sweet 16. Now, I'm not saying he's going to do that because that means he'd get through Houston, but I got Gonzaga winning this one.
Zags.
Yeah. If they're a top 10 Ken Palm team and they're ranked 8, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Next, we got Clemson McNeese.
I'm not going to fall for the McNeese this year. I'm just not. I was I was actually very surprised by the Indiana news because the way I saw this whole thing playing out was I thought Brownell was going to Indiana, and I thought Wade was going to his alma mater, Clemson, taking that job. Totally thought that would have been great for the ACC to get Will Wade in there as a head coach. But NC State's still open. But yeah, I'm going Clemson covering
I'm going
7.5.
No, nope. I'm going McNeese State.
Sorry,
Trent, you
sorry,
said you're not falling for it this year. I don't think, or this year compared to last year. I know last year's, a different year, but like you just said, Will Wade is one of the best coaches. I think he's going to be the most sought after coach in like this offseason and looking for.
Are you challenging, Trey?
I am challenging because I think this is absurd. These two teams match up. They're like the exact same team, I think. But on paper, McNeese State has multiple players that can actually perform and win them games, whereas Clemson doesn't have those multiple. They have Chase Hunter, and then a decent complement, I think, in Ian Shefflin, whatever his name is. But McNeese State, from top to seventh man on their roster, is more well-rounded, is able to perform. And it's the same type of basketball. I think McNeese State is going to come out. I think Will Wade's going to get him ready. He's going to beat his alma mater. And I think they're actually going to give it to their next opponent, too, who we'll get to. But, yeah, I like the Broncos. Cowboys. What are they?
Cowboys. You just lost. You didn't even know the mascot. I'm out.
I'm sorry,
dude. Trey, you pretty much got the same exact team in Clemson as last year that made an Elite Eight run. I think they're better.
No, you don't. You don't have the same team as last year. You lost, what's his name? PJ Hall.
Okay, one guy, and I think
he was their whole team.
Whoa, Hunter and Shefflin were pretty damn good, and now you got Lockton, the big Russian. I'm sorry, I'm on Clemson. I think Clemson's too good.
I think McNeese State is going to bully Clemson around the court.
Spread 6.5. I'll beer bet you on 6.5.
I think this is the only 12-5 that I think actually plays the 12's favor. I think McNeese State was undervalued at 12. I think Clemson is overvalued at a 5 over Louisville. Louisville's an 8, and you put Clemson as a 5. They should be switched.
I think Clemson should have been a 3.
No way.
Or a 4.
Right.
No way.
Trey, beer bet.
I'm on Clemson though, Trey. I'm sorry.
Trey, beer bet.
Yeah, I want the spread.
6.5. Gotcha. That's what I got.
Okay.
All right. Put it on the board.
7.5.
No, I said 6.5. It's I have
Trent,
6.5.
It's plus 7.5 minus 115 odds. I'm looking at it right now.
I have 6.5 minus 112.
Okay, split it and go 7 then. Split it and go 7.
7. Deal.
Whatever.
That's what Trent and I did.
Spumoni. It was you and Trent.
Because then you can push. All right. Next we have. Come on, Salt and Pepper. All right. Next we got Purdue and High Point, a 4 versus a 13 matchup.
I'm not going to back anything up with this. This is the one that I'm going High Point. I'm taking them.
Let's go. Panthers, High Point Panthers. Come on. That's my 13 pick.
Look at Trey. Trey looks distraught.
That's so crazy. That's just so crazy that you're going to take a team that plays nobody. A team
High
that
Point's
literally plays
going to score 96 points in this game without overtime. No, but High Point is going to score 96 points without overtime in this game.
Dude, that's crazy.
Give me the team. What's the team total? Let's go. I'm on High Point.
So, yeah, I'm just saying that High Point said that the one team they didn't want to play was Purdue.
Did they say that?
They did say that. If you listen to other
is that what they said?
podcasts,
Is that what they said? They're
I can find you a clip. Because I like High Point any other matchup. I really do. The fact that they're a 13 seed is, I think, ambitious, but bad matchup. I can't challenge it because I just lost my McNeese State one, and I had McNeese going further than Purdue. But no, I like Purdue, but get on the Panther train then. Nah.
Did you get my reference there? Is that what she said? She's a rascal.
Man,
Trey said they said on other
we're on
podcasts. I
opposite,
go,
guys.
all right, here we go. Illinois versus Texas and Xavier.
I got Illinois.
Not and. Yeah, Illinois is dangerous. Trey?
I got Texas Xavier.
This is not a good bracket.
Be quiet, little brother.
That's all right. Have it. You guys can have it. I'm not too passionate about that one. I just think that Illinois is either when they're good, they're great. When they're bad, they're god awful. So that's all.
All right, Kentucky, Troy.
Kentucky avoids the first round upset.
I have Kentucky.
Agreed. Yeah,
Butler's back too.
Trey, what's the spread on that one? Because I'd like to
11.5 because I'm totally taking that. Yeah.
Let's take Troy.
11.5.
It's one of Trey's
Taking
teams.
Troy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Just like I'll take high point spread for sure. So hey, Owen asked me today, he goes, so Dad, Oakland's not in it this year, huh? Remember we were all over Oakland last year? I was like, nah. He's like, well, who we pulling for? Like talking about, underrated teams. And I told him about High Point. And then my High Point shirt was in on my bed to hang up, and he goes, Dad, you have a shirt? And I was like, yeah, why wouldn't I? He's like, all right.
Oh man.
All right.
I'm glad he's joining us this year.
Oh, dude, he's super excited. Next we got 7-10 matchup here. This is an interesting matchup. Number 7 UCLA versus number 10 Utah State. I know where I'm going on this.
Yeah,
go ahead, Trey. Sorry.
I was gonna say I like McCurran. I think he's a good coach, but he said something today, and he's a pretty brutally honest guy. I feel like he said that his team does not play well on the East Coast, and then they placed them in Lexington, Kentucky, against a team that I like. So I do like the Aggies of Utah State.
I'm on the Aggies. I'm on the Aggies too, Trey.
I was on UCLA, but I'm willing to sacrifice that.
Good, bitch.
Yeah, I'm on.
I was just kidding.
hey, in their rumor though, did you guys see the rumor that Cronin might be going? Was it West Virginia?
That would be wild.
On. West Virginia wants
UCLA.
West Virginia wants to do the right thing.
What did you just say?
They hire Huggins.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Bring him back. Bring him back now.
No, but I saw that he might be leaving UCLA.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and I did see West Virginia was one of the teams. There was 2 teams. West Virginia was one of them.
Trey, I was going to say, can I be real quick with that, Trey? I think a lot of those West Coast teams that have to travel cross country, I don't think they're going to be very popular jobs moving forward.
Yeah.
The UCLA, yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's very tough.
The Big Ten stuff. Yeah.
Big Ten and ACC.
Hey, real quick side note. High Points team total right now is at 72.5. Minus 120 on DraftKings. So
the game over, that'd be my question. Because Purdue can score too.
Well, the total is in that game.
It's 150.
153.5. And the under is 150 minus 115. So the over you can get some decent odds. Anyway, sorry, completely side note. Tennessee and the Terriers of Wofford.
Moving on, Tennessee.
All right, here we go. All right, second round. Probably move through these a little bit quicker now that we kind of got all our talking points out. Maybe just a little bit of debating. But first, we're looking at Auburn, Louisville, back up in the South region. It's a 1 versus an 8 seed here.
I'm going Auburn.
I am too. I want to pick Louisville so freaking bad though.
I'm Auburn as well.
Next,
all right, I'll let you guys battle this one out because I had UC San Diego and Texas A&M here. So, who we got, guys?
I have Michigan over Yale.
I got Michigan too. I think Yale's good for about 1 win, catch people off guard, and I think the coach can prepare a group of really smart kids to do that. But next day, then you got a matchup against Michigan. I think that's too much for her. So
I will say this: if Michigan can get by
2 days.
UC San Diego, that I do think that Michigan does go out against Auburn in the Sweet 16 because I think if they play Yale or if they play A&M, I think Michigan is playing. They're playing decent basketball. But like I said, I just think I don't know. I'm on UC San Diego, but like I said, if they get past them, good riddance. All right, next we got Iowa State and North Carolina. Whew.
I had 2 opposite teams, so you guys got this one.
I got UNC winning another game over Iowa State.
I'll take UNC.
That's what I would have taken because I have Lipscomb beat 8, but I still think it should be Ole Miss.
I will say this: if you observe championship week closely, teams that played a game and playing teams that were on a bye, all the teams that played a game, at least you were either up or very tight game, at least half the first half. So something to keep in mind. Momentum is a very big thing come March, and Carolina looks to build some pretty good momentum tonight. So,
All right, next we got New Mexico Lobos versus Michigan State.
Sparty moves on.
Yeah,
agreed.
Okay.
Hey, that makes for a pretty good matchup there. You got a UNC Michigan State. That's a former national championship matchup.
Yep,
that's right.
So
yeah,
and Navy ship air carrier matchup too.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's right. Next we got Florida UConn.
I can't wait to watch this game because the Florida is going to smack Danny Early's titties off his chest. I just can't stand. I can't stand the guy anymore. and I hope that. I honestly hope that they beat Oklahoma. That way I can watch that happen.
That
was funny.
Good. I just can't his attitude, the way he walks with his arms crossed, I just can't stand him, dude. I used to like him too. That's
doesn't take out his own trash. That to me,
who does?
uppity. I do.
No, I'm saying who does what is it? Is he not
either
married?
his wife or he told his wife, he said, do you think Jay Wright takes out his trash? And Jay Wright for a fact said, I do take out my own trash. So
yeah, that's my job
never too proud to take out the trash. It's weird. I get thrills of making sure I can fit as much in my trash can as possible.
Oh, that's pretty weird.
And I specified trash can because if I would have said something different, you guys been like, "Yeah, you do."
You said it.
All right. Next, we got Colorado State, a 12 seed against a 4 seed in Maryland.
Crab 5 is a crawling on, barely though.
Yeah, I also have Maryland, but this was a tough one because, like I said, I really like Colorado State. Again, going back to the fact that Kevin Steve talked about it. So, but yeah, I'm on Maryland here.
This is a tough one, but I do like Maryland.
Okay. Moving to the next matchup here, we got Drake and Texas Tech.
I took Drake. So my reason being, I said that Wilmington can't make someone other than Toppin. Yeah, I said that they can't make some other than Toppin beat them, but I think Drake is able to do that, and I think that when this is obviously just playing out in my head. I think that they'll be able to slow him down. They might try to force things through him, get frustrated, and that's where Drake kind of separates and just stays separated. Because I feel like once they get enough, I don't think they're going to give it up, and I think that's how they beat Texas Tech.
Trent?
I have Drake also winning in this round.
Whew. All right.
Yeah.
I had Texas Tech, but I'm not going to argue it because this is one of those games where Texas Tech, where it's like a lot of time, Texas Tech, Texas Tech, and then all of a sudden they just was like, whoa, what team just showed up? And that could happen against a team like Drake. Yeah. I agree with you guys. It could happen against a team like Missouri if Missouri ends up beating Drake. I don't know, but yeah, I can go with that. Okay, so we got Drake there.
This game was easier for me to pick than it was to pick Drake over Missouri.
Okay,
so that makes sense.
Yeah. Next we got St. John's at a number number 10 Arkansas.
I got St. John's. Moving on.
St.
Johnny's.
John's.
Let's do
Although
it.
this could be a game I see the Johnnies getting out if they don't shoot well. There's been 3 teams in the NCAA that have gone to the Final Four that have shot under 30% from 3. This will be the fourth one. Patino had the other 3.
Yeah, they don't shoot well from 3.
All right, next we got Duke, Mississippi State up in the East region. It's a 1 versus an 8. Unanimous?
I got Duke.
Duke. Yep. Okay. Next we got number 5 Oregon versus number 4 Arizona.
I got Oregon. I think this is Caleb Love's dumpy. Let me show my true colors game.
I'm on Arizona. I just think Arizona's really good. So I'm on Arizona.
I have Oregon as well.
Okay.
I like it.
No, I'm not fighting it. But
Okay.
all right. Next we got BYU Wisconsin, a 6 versus a 3.
I got those Soakers. BYU.
The Badgers.
Super soak that.
From 3, they're soaking.
Yeah, I'm on BYU here. I don't think Wisconsin's that good.
What?
I think they're overrated.
That's crazy. I think they're one of the better Wisconsin teams they've had. In a while.
Is this another game in Colorado, Trey? It is.
That's
I don't know. Doesn't say that.
That's what you talked, Trey.
Doesn't
That's what
say.
you talked about. First, if it's a second round, yes, it is.
to be determined.
No, that's
Yeah, you're
time.
right.
It's time. But another game in Colorado, Tanja looked dead in the Big Ten championship. Dead. 2 games, 2 games in Colorado. They play on Thursday, Saturday. It's not as much rest of getting that extra day. And BYU's used to playing in some altitude, so I got them going.
All right. Next, we got Vanderbilt. Oh my gosh. We got
Yes.
Vanderbilt and Alabama. It's
Bama.
10 versus 2. I want Bama. Trey?
Trey.
I'm on Bama as well. Sorry.
Okay.
Let's go.
Next, we got Houston Gonzaga.
It's got what's his name's text about UNC.
I know. Houston Gonzaga, 1 versus 8.
Houston.
Houston.
Yeah, Houston.
Okay, we
Yep.
got
Tough matchup, though.
Clemson and High Point.
Clemson.
1 Clemson.
Yep. No. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter for me actually. I have none of those teams, so
You go with
You have to
Clemson.
pick. You have to pick based on the matchup, Trey.
I would pick Clemson in that matchup.
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Illinois, Kentucky.
Kentucky, yeah, I have.
I have Illinois
I
streaky.
know.
They're going on a
I
hot
have-
streak again.
I have Illinois too.
That's crazy. Like Illinois is the streakiest team.
Hold on, are you challenging?
I don't know if I can even make an argument. It's just like
Moving on.
not a- all right.
All right, Utah State 10 versus a number 2 Tennessee.
I got Tennessee.
Yeah, I have Tennessee. I had Tennessee beating UCLA, but I'll have Tennessee beating Utah State too.
Hey, so real quick, just this
Feel
is
like
completely
tennis-
aside since we're done. We've picked every matchup was a 10 versus a 2. We had all 10s beating all 7s.
Wow.
Interesting.
Isn't that weird? I'm like
Huh.
looking, I'm like, holy crap, we had New Mexico, we had Vanderbilt, we had Arkansas, and then we
Tyler,
had
it's
Utah
'cause-
State.
It's because we have that weird connection with that number because we're all tens. Yeah.
That's stupid.
Okay, so it's
Stupid.
being funny.
All right, moving into the Sweet 16. Sweet 16 in the South. We got Auburn, Michigan.
That made you feel so weird.
I know. He didn't get it.
What are you talking about?
What are you
I, have
talking
no-
about?
I still don't know what he's talking about.
Like we're tens. Like we're all tens, man. Like,
Oh.
oh my god,
he's
he's so lost. Must be like Carolina wearing off on him.
All right, Auburn,
oh.
Auburn, Michigan.
Auburn.
Yeah, I got Auburn.
Trey. Yeah, I have Auburn. I have Auburn, but they were beating UC San Diego. That's fine.
Oh my gosh.
Next, I can't wait till UC San Diego gets to the Sweet 16, and you guys are gonna be like,
Dude.
"What's happening? Oh man, we
There's
should
no-
listen to Tyler." All right,
I can't wait for that
next,
beer bet.
Next, yeah, me neither. Next, we got UNC versus Michigan State.
Michigan
I
State.
got Michigan State.
Yeah, I'm on Michigan State. Womp womp. All right, next we got Florida, Maryland.
Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
I'm on Florida too. St. John's and Drake.
St. John's.
I got the Red Storm.
Johnny's. Okay, moving up to the east, we got Duke, Oregon.
I got Duke.
Duke.
Okay, me too. BYU, Alabama.
BYU.
Wow.
Me too.
Might be like 115 to
crazy.
110.
Yep, I got
You guys are
BYU as
wild.
well.
You took BYU all the way that far.
I swear to God, I did, Trent.
I did too. What the hell?
Yeah.
I sat there and told my wife
Yeah,
that. I
you
was
guys-
like,
Better hope they get past round one, fellas.
well, I didn't think either of you were going to have them pass round one. That's what blows my mind.
All right, next we got Clemson at Houston.
Houston.
I have Houston as well. I think it's going to be a great game.
I have Clemson.
Ooh. I don't know if I can. Do you want to challenge it?
Hey, why not? Clemson, ACC. I think Houston slips up. Yep. I don't know. I like Clemson. I think they play teams tough, and I don't know. Houston's one of those teams where I think they are very good, but I also think that they always have those hiccup moments in the tournament.
I would agree. It's just I think Houston this year is a little different than the normal Houston. They're always relentless on defense and rebounding and like the boards and just intense, but they can never shoot the three ball. And I think this year they actually can shoot pretty decently. So I'm sorry, I got to stay with Houston.
Yeah, Houston's too good.
All right, and then we got Illinois and Tennessee.
I would pick Tennessee. I don't have either. Oh no, I do. I would pick Tennessee.
I have 10. Let me confirm this.
I'm on Illinois.
I have Tennessee.
Gosh, you guys are so chalky.
Not that
chalky.
That BYU
it's 1-2 and everything except for one of them.
And that's usually what wins.
No, it doesn't. It's gonna be Clemson versus Illinois, a 5 and a 6.
way.
Yes, it is. Okay, so moving back up now, we got Elite 8, right? Yep. Auburn, Michigan State.
Go Spartans.
Michigan State.
I got Sparty.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't expect that.
Next, we got Florida, St. John's.
Florida.
I got the Godfather in the nice white suit.
No way.
You get that far, he's going to the Final Four.
No way. Not against Florida.
Yeah,
I'm
Florida's
not going
good.
to count it.
If he plays somebody else, I think they do, but not against Florida.
Just be aware of recency bias,
Oh,
boys.
shut up.
There
Not
we go.
recency bias when they've been dominating all season. All right, Duke BYU.
Duke.
Duke.
If Cooper stays healthy. Just kidding. Houston, Tennessee.
Houston.
I'd take Houston.
I'll take Houston as well, just because I have to pick out of those teams. All right, so our Final Four right now sits at Michigan State versus Florida, Duke versus Houston. Oh, man. All right. So first matchup, who we got, Sparty or the Gators?
I got the Gators.
I'm on the Gators.
I have Michigan State, but
I
once again, I'm probably putting more weight on the fact that you've got a Tom Izzo who he has a national championship. I know it was a long time ago, but much more experience. This is my challenge.
Adjust your headphone. It's got the little static in it or something.
Am I good now?
No, it's still so staticky.
All right.
Huh? Talk again?
Yes or no?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a little bit better. Yeah.
Much
All right.
better.
Yeah. All right. Then we got Duke and Houston.
I'll let you guys lead off.
I'm on Duke.
I'm on Houston, but I don't know. I just can't.
No, I can't hear you at all.
I picked Duke.
Oh,
There you go. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So we got the Gators and Duke in the championship.
I got the Gators.
I also
got-
picked Florida. I picked Florida.
Ah, Trent. You got an argument for us or no?
No.
He's just gonna leave it at that.
No.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to beg.
Hey,
You don't have to beg.
Hey, how about total points?
Shoot, in a Duke Florida game, I feel like that would be pretty high scoring. I would probably go 154.
We can get behind that.
I got 150.
Okay.
Mine was 150. Mine was 151.
Wow.
just because of 150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right. So what 154 we said?
Yes,
All right.
154.
That's it. Submit that bracket.
All right.
All right.
Did you enter it
Here we
into win a billion or Warren
$1 billion.
Buffett's thing?
What's that?
Is that what it was? $1 billion?
That's if you have a perfect bracket.
Yeah. I think we're gonna.
Could.
No,
Quite
sorry.
possibly could.
It's going to come down to national championship. That's weird.
Dude, that would suck.
Not for me.
You would rather Duke win a national championship than win $1 billion.
That's no.
No way. I would $1 million. I would take $1 million.
I'd take a couple thousand, bro.
Oh, wow.
No.
Like how much
Right.
is a couple thousand?
Saved, I don't know, 10.
You just,
Oh
you
my
do.
gosh.
If you got to that point, you hedge it, right?
Yeah.
I guess. How much would a sports book take? $500,000? Or 500 million on a bet?
Well, if all three of us walk in there, the tens we are, right, Tyler? They'll tell you our money.
What's he saying?
I don't get it.
What's he saying?
What does that mean?
What's he saying?
What does that mean?
Oh, man.
Is that English?
Gosh.
Are we drafting double digits or are we
Oh yeah, shit.
moving along?
Let's do it right now, man. 11.
Let's do
So
it.
the way this works, guys, is we will be drafting from seeds 11. So from all the 11 seeds and on to the 16 seeds. And we keep track of who wins the most games, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Overall.
Yeah. I think what we should do. How about we change it up a little bit?
Let's
do. No, this is easy. You draft your seeds, right? If your team wins, if one of your team wins, you get the amount of points of whatever seed they're worth. Whoever has the most points at the end of the tournament wins.
Yeah, I like that. Let's do it.
Okay. Deal.
Yep.
That way,
All
if
right.
you have a 15 that wins, it's worth more.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right.
Thank you.
We're going to
like
go.
that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Person with the first draft pick, we're going to go in birthday order. Whoever's birthday is the closest next. And then final. Oh, there you go. Tyler, you're up first.
How old are you turning?
Wow.
It's just going to ignore me. It's all right.
Tyler, you're up. Tyler, you're up first.
I know. I heard you.
Let's go.
Jeez. All right. Give me. Good God.
Just 11s and up, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You get points every time they win, right?
Yes.
All right. Give me UNC.
Ooh. I didn't think that.
Oh, wait. So I'm last?
Yeah.
Well, I get 2 picks then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll sneak it back. I guess I never get a first pick. That's bullshit. Of course, middle child. All right. Give me Drake.
Oh, that's stupid. Fuck you, man. Sorry. I'm gonna go McNeese. That's so funny.
You just pronounce schools weird. Like you add an A in there. McNeese. Like
I did not say that. I did not say McNeese.
Quinnipiac.
That's how it's said, but I'm gonna go McNeese and Colorado State.
Damn! I was hoping I was gonna steal him. I thought I was gonna get him. Really did. I really did. All right. Oh, I hate that one. I hate that one. All right. I'm going to take Tyler's sleeper, UC San Diego.
Oh, my God. Really?
That was so mean.
Such a dick.
If you want to trade, we can talk trades later.
No.
No, we're not trading.
All right.
All right. Give me Gale.
Good pick.
And I got a second one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Give me.
Yeah. How about those 11 seeds, Tyler and Trent?
Yeah, I know. I don't like where they're at, but give me.
It's Tyler's first pick.
Give me High Point. It's 2 13s.
Just to kind of play it safe, because they are a good team. I'm taking VCU.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay. Who'd you take, Tyler?
I took High Point.
Okay. I'm going to take Texas/Xavier. And then going to take Akron.
Good pick. All right, I got Grand Canyon.
I am keeping track of these just so you guys know.
Is that what's taking you so long?
Yeah. Just fart.
That was actually that was my throat.
This dude loves farting on camera. Like a huge fan. Give me lip scum.
Whoa. That's out of nowhere. Damn it.
And give me Liberty. Or give me death.
The fact he screamed it at us. Holy hell.
Who said it?
What?
Who says it? Who said it?
Thomas Jefferson.
No, I think it was
I haven't known.
something Henry.
All right, next one.
Tyler, you're looking it up. Who's Patrick Henry?
Yep.
Yeah.
I would have never got that right.
Okay.
Give me Montana.
Yeah. Give me Montana. Sorry.
Sorry, just getting over sickness.
I can't believe Tyler took a Lipscomb.
Yeah, you're used to taking that Lipscomb. Can't believe you right now.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. I get 2, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I'll go. I'm trying to think of which one's actually more likely to win, guys.
Just Trey. Let's pull it here. Let's go.
All right. I'm gonna go with UNC Wilmington and Troy.
Cock. Sorry. Oops.
Who was your last one there, Trent?
My last pick was Montana.
Okay. Try UNC Wilmington and Troy.
Yeah. You cock.
No, he just said cock.
Hell.
All right. All 11s are
This
taken.
is, Beer Baker After Hours.
All 12s are taken. All 13s are taken, correct?
Yeah.
And now all 14s are taken. On to the 15s. Here we go.
Sound like he farts.
It does. You got like a sphincter throat.
I don't.
1 hour, 38 minutes. If anybody's listening.
Hey, you got a sphincter throat. Cock.
He's got a cock in his sphincter throat. And that leads to Lipscomb.
I already took them.
They were already taken.
No, I was saying that leads to.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go Robert Morris.
Damn it. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Then I'm going Wofford.
Trey, I saw that ghost again.
You made me laugh, you dick. It's cold in here.
All right. I'm going Wofford and I'm going SIUE.
Wow. Am I up again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me Omaha.
What?
It was very like,
Well, like these all suck.
oh yeah, now we're in like the holy hell, I can't believe this happened.
Like I don't even think Bryant's a good pick. I'm gonna take him
Bryant?
though.
Yeah.
And then I get another one, right?
You have to take a 16.
Well, yeah.
There's only 3 left though. I already took one.
Okay.
I'll
take. I'm gonna take American or Mount St. Mary's. So now who goes?
Me. Give me no fuck.
All right, and that leaves me with
Alabama State.
That sucks.
I got North Carolina. Try.
I love
All
my
right.
draft. By the way, playing games do not count.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
I'm just
No, they
kidding.
don't. That's unfair.
Yeah.
I already have 11 points.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
He'll claim that shit too.
Actually, I got 11 plus 16 points.
Yeah. No.
I got 27 already.
Wow, great draft, Ty.
Thanks.
Your first and your last pick got you points.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right, we'll put those out. I'll put those out on a table at some point once the other playing games go out tomorrow. That way I don't have to make it look weird with Trey's double picks.
I didn't have a choice.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I just don't want it to look weird. It would look like a weird table.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else here before we get out of here?
Hey, Ty, just to recap, who won the conference championship pick'em?
Conference championship pick'em was won by Trent.
Huh.
Trent finished with 16. Trey finished with 14. Kevin and I both finished with 12. Steve finished with 6. So that was out of 31 different tournaments, which that's pretty good. You hit over 500, Trent.
Yeah.
So there you
We
go.
did.
Trey, you were close. You're close to
You
500.
did.
How many tournaments?
There's 31, so you went 16 and 15. So pretty good. Other than that, check us out later tonight on. Yeah, check us out later tonight. Also with Beer Juice, we're gonna be on the Golden Ticket podcast, talking some more college basketball tonight. I think that's gonna be live. So check that out on X.
Come with Charlie.
Yeah, a couple more little basketball talk. Appreciate everybody listening. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the madness. Look for some live videos. We'll be doing a beer bracket this weekend on Friday to be specific, but we're having some fun. We got our watch party on Friday.
Race to 10 record. We'll keep track.
Race to 10.
Oh boy.
Yep. Here we go. Giddy up. Time to get sweaty.
God,
And guys, here's the best thing. If you lose the race to 10, just bet the race to 20.
Yeah. And then
No, that's terrible.
what's it called? What's that strategy called? Martingale.
Chase it. Yeah.
I was gonna say chase.
All right, fellas.
All right. Have a good one.
Hey.
Enjoy March Madness.
Unreal.
See you guys.
Take it easy.